Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out Abyss. Let's get it started. Alright, so I picked this figure up several weeks ago, and I was moving some stuff around, and I was looking through. I actually have an area to where things that I want to open and figure out what to do with. And I saw Abyss there, and I'm like, this is such a cool figure. Immediately, I just fell in love with the way it looked, you know. Of course, this is Batman versus the Abyss. I know nothing about this character as far as the comics go, so that's irrelevant for this because this figure is all about how cool it looks. So we're going to get this bad boy opened up, and there's not a lot that comes with it, but that's okay. There's certain things about it that reminds me of Play Arts. And I think that's the thing that really just, I don't know, I just dug it. Of course, we've got the classic, wow. As always, we got a figure stand. Very, very cool. The back art on the box is really neat. So yeah, he also, oh, okay. I didn't realize that, but he actually comes with another hand sculpt. That's cool. All right, so based on the picture, looks like he has two sickles in the box. They look like they're joined, but I have to admit, I don't think they are. It's just well, no, they do. They actually are joined. So this is cool. That's neat. Do they come apart? They do. Oh, I like that. One weapon turns into two. That is cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Get the little snippy snips out. Come on, get off there. Tell you what, sometimes they come off easy and sometimes they don't. That's just the way it is. Okay. Get the figure out. This is the most exciting part, right? Watching me mess with the clamshell. I mean, you know, come on. You got to admit, that's pretty exciting, right? Watching me struggle with little pieces of plastic. I will say this: when it comes to figures, McFarlane and NECA, they really do a good job on securing their figures. So I gotta give props for that. That's pretty spot on cool. All right, here comes the noise. All right, let me get this. Wow. Yeah, I'm making all kinds of noise. I know. They're like, come on, Greg. That's sort of the fun, though. To me, honestly, because when you get to this point, you're pretty much trash. Pretty much trash at that point. Okay, first things first, check this out. This is cool. This is neat. A little card holder. You know, typically we get the cards, but I've never had one. I don't recall getting one with a card holder. The one observation that I think would have made this better is if the card holder actually would work. There's a little indentation right there, but it would be cool if this was a built-in figure stand, or if it could attach somehow instead of the round, maybe a square that would go with the card. But The card's cool. I like the card holder. That's nice. Sits up good. All right, he has one extra gripping hand, which makes perfect sense. His right hand is a gripping, so this is going to be a left. This hand here, when I first saw the figure, this is sort of what really drew me to it right there. That open hand, that's cool. I actually really like that. So getting back to what I was saying earlier about if you've never seen any Play Arts figures, they have like hard edges, and that's what this figure has. There's some hard edges there, and that just looks good. It looks good. I do like the fact that we have a half cape. That definitely will help with any kind of articulation and posing and things like that. It doesn't appear that there is any way to holster the weapon or weapons, but I'm okay with that as well. I'm not a stickler. I do. Well, I wonder if I'm curious as far as if the head sculpt, how it would look without the hood. But the hood actually sort of makes it. But check out the eyes. How cool is that? Articulation, we got a little bit of hindrance when it comes to the cape because it comes over the shoulders. But as you can see, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see. Oh man, scratching his ear right there. This is the thing I love about McFarlane figures. I love the articulation. I love the way the joints are done. It's so posable. Very posable. And everything goes together well. Like, you know, on the elbow right here, on the back of the tricep, we have some texture. Then you got this piece of armor. It flows. It looks great. Speaking of armor and stuff, look at this. How cool. This is such a cool figure. And the cape is actually sort of got that lavender coloration underneath it. What do we have? Do we have any kind of... So the waist is... when I first saw it in the box, I figured there was an articulation point right there, but there's actually not. And this is actually a very soft rubber. That's interesting. I do like that. That's a cool way of doing that because it comes down over the hip area. But you do have a little bit of side to side, you know, more than enough to actually have some fun with it. Now, this area I'm really curious about as far as the articulation goes. And my curiosity, full split. But I love the way this actually, when you close it up, how it actually, this textures down. That's actually a really good, cool design because this is soft rubber as well, or soft plastic. So when you come up with a hip, it actually conforms. So it's not hard plastic. So that's great right there. That gives you a whole lot of leeway because you can see like right here. I mean, it's just a soft plastic. That is awesome. That is very cool. Knees, got a knee pivot. There is no thigh pivot. Got full articulation on the knees. Oh, very nice. Toe pivots, ankle pivots, very nice. Nothing wrong with those. The joints have a ratcheted joint on it, which we're used to that. But this is a cool figure. Also has the traditional Japanese footwear with the split toe. That's very nice. Very cool. This is a very well done figure. I'm very happy with this figure. McFarlane, y'all did a good job with this one. I highly recommend picking this figure up. But I tell you what, let me get him posed up. We'll come back. I'll give you my final thoughts on Abyss. All right, wrapping things up. Abyss. This is a cool figure. It's a very, very cool figure. I'm really happy I actually picked this up and added to my collection. I don't have a tremendous amount of actual Batman figures, and that's okay. These type characters is the ones that I personally like because they're so different. Like, this character reminds me a little bit of Scarecrow. He reminds me of some Play Arts stuff that I've got. So when I decided to do the pose, I wanted to try just do the classic little pose on the card where he's got the sickles crossed. And articulation wise, he pulls it off great. So I have no issues with that. One thing I did notice, the extra hand sculpt on it. So with it, or excuse me, the right hand is solid right here. There's no, in other words, you can't spread the fingers apart. It's got a hole that goes through, so you can actually, when you do the double, you can slide that in, slide it in, and pin it. So I like that. That's really, really cool. As far as misses, I wish he had ability to put the weapons on his body somehow. You know, some kind of a holster, something. It wouldn't have just, you know, just an open loop. I think would have been something neat to have, or you know, something on the back. I don't know, but that right there is such a minute little thing. As far as the paint and everything, looks great. He definitely could be weathered a little bit, so this would be a figure that you could customize if you wanted to. You could do a repaint on this if you wanted to. You could do a lot with this figure because it's a pretty blank canvas. All the colorations are sort of a matte, which I really like that as well. Articulation is spot on. McFarlane Toys, they always have great articulation. I don't think I've ever said anything negative about their articulation. Detail, attention to detail is great. This is just a cool figure. It's a very, very cool, interesting figure. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know nothing about the actual comics or the character itself, and that's irrelevant to me because I just dig the way this character looks. And that's the reason why I picked it up, because I think he'd photograph well. I really do. So yeah, I love the way he's got the X's for the eyes. I think that's very, very cool. I love the half cape, the tatteredness of it. I like its dual color. So overall, I think 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'm gonna give it. I gave it a 10 out of 10 if it had some kind of a loop or something on the belt to hold the weapons. And as well with the card here, the base, if it had been integrated to where you could do a combo, like come off to the side, like I've sort of got it here, I think that'd be a really cool way to display it, because that way you could have pinned the figure. Like if you'd come off of this display with just a little extra right here and a foot peg, you could have actually done it like that, side by side, and I think that would have been cool. But that is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think about this figure. Let me know what you think about the way I think it should be displayed. I'm real curious to hear your thoughts on it. Also, if this is your first time on my channel, if you enjoy what I do me a favor, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do subscribe, however, make sure you hit that notification. You got to turn notifications on, right? That way you'll know when I drop big videos, when I do figure reviews or unboxings of any kind, and 3D printing, and everything that I do. My channel, I try to keep it diverse. I try to keep it very, very all over the place because, believe it or not, I'm all over the place. So, just saying. But if you enjoy it, just consider it. That's all I ask. If you want to chat with me, send me a direct message or anything like that, all of my social media is on the interwebs. Very, very easy to find. And click on more in the description. It expands. You see all the information about all my social media. If I do reviews, I'll put links there. That's where I put all the information related to whatever I'm doing with the particular video you're watching. So don't forget, Hit more, check out the description. And finally, please, always remember, toys refreshes your soul, and I'll see you next time.